Hey guys, this is Lauren. I am preparing this video for you all. It's going to be broken down into 3 weeks. It's an hour long, but we have put together tons of different leaves, turns, and tricks and things for you guys to work on at home. In addition to it being broken down into 3 weeks, it will also be categorized into 3 different levels: a level 2, a level 3, and a level 4. If you're a level 2 student, we think you should work on the level 2 skill. If you are a level 3, we think you should master the level 2 and you should be moving towards the level 3 skill. If you're a level 4 student, we think you should have that level 2 and level 3 skill down and you should be working towards that level 4 skill. Once you have mastered it and if you feel confident about it, then why don't you record it and you can send it to Miss Cami. We would love for you to see you guys' hard work, and we would love to put the videos into a montage together with all the other students. If you do record it, please record it horizontally so we can all have them in the same format. Please remember to stretch before you try any of these skills. You guys should be stretching your right and your left splits, and if you did it every day during this break, you should definitely come back to dance class with the full split. We hope you enjoyed this video. We miss you guys and we love you, and we can't wait to see all of your amazing hard work.
We're gonna do.
No, I can't hear you. You need to talk louder.
Okay. Okay. We're gonna do some axles. I'm gonna do 3 different types of axles, and I'm gonna show you how to do axles out of turns. But first, we have to talk about an axle rep. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice doing walk, walk, picking one foot up at a passe, and then tucking the other one really high. So just walk, walk, tuck, okay? So one knee is up and the other one is trying to come up to meet it. Tuck, okay? You need a good tuck to get a good axle. On the left, you would do left, right, tuck. Your arms can just stay down like that, just down, tuck, okay? Practice your tucks. A good tuck exercise is just doing step, up, step, up, and practicing both of your tucks. It's kind of a hard movement since you're pushing off of one leg and this leg is already up in a passe. Practice your tucks and get them good. Once you have that, you can do a chaine turn axle. I'm gonna do my arms rounded. I'm not gonna do them like this just for now, just to talk about our legs. Just like you did right, left tuck, you would do right, left tuck, and just kind of turn out of it, okay? I'm gonna do it one more time. Slow, right, left, tuck, okay? If we did it to the left, our left side would be left, right, tuck, okay? Simple. If you do your arms, your knee that's high up is the same arm that's all the way up, and your other arm is just gonna come in like this, okay? So right foot, down, down, tuck, okay? I kind of do a little whip with my leg because that's how I learned how to do axles, but it's not always taught like that. If you want to do a whip, all it is out of your step, your leg comes around before coming into your axle. I'm going to do it this way so you can see my leg in front. Okay. Same thing left. Comes around and then it whips up. Another type of axle that you can do is an attitude axle. So instead of that leg coming to a passe, it's going to come around in the back of you in an attitude. So here, your other leg tucks again, but instead of parallel, it's going to be turned out. So now, I guess this is an okay angle, your tuck will be here. Okay, so same thing like you did step, tuck, you can do with an attitude, step, attitude, okay? So your attitude axle will look with your arms in a V, by the way, down, attitude, and step. To the left, you're gonna have down, left, okay? Another type of axle that you can do along with that is a saute battlement second attitude. I don't know I know the exact name. But you know sometimes we do across the floor, we do chasse, step, and hop. So saute about my second. Or maybe you've learned to do walk, walk, step, hop. It's a similar motion, okay? So we're going to do our right and our left. Down, down. But instead of bringing it to a passe or to an attitude, it's going to do a battlement. And your bottom foot is going to tuck, turn down. Your arms are going to be. So instead of your attitude, you're now here in a battlement, okay? I'm going to do it facing you so you can see where my spot is, okay? I'm chaine to the side, but I want to hit to the front. I want to hit my battlement, okay? So it's just right, left, up. On the right leg. How much your left leg in a second? So right leg would be down, down, up, and then turn out of it. My left leg is left, right, up, and just turn out of it. All right, and those are your axles. So if you have a regular roll, if you have a split roll, I have some more stuff for you at the end to do split rolls connecting to other things. But I'm gonna go over a few split roll things. If you're having trouble with your split rolls or your roll to your knees, you're rolling off to the side, stuff like that, I'm gonna do it a few times to kind of show you the positioning of your arms and your head just to help you master those rolls. I suggest doing this on carpet or on a mat in the grass. If you try this on your couch or your bed, you could fall off and it's too soft, you sink in and you can't do it properly. So try to get a mat or a rug or a carpet of sorts to do this, okay? So for your regular roll, we like to prep with our legs out straight and reaching forward for momentum and then pulling straight back to roll. Rolling to your knees, once you reach forward, you can immediately pull your knees into your chest to tuck really, really tight, okay? Whichever shoulder is more comfortable for you to roll on, do that. I'm gonna roll on my right shoulder, but you can always roll on your left shoulder. So as you're pulling back, you want your knees to pull to the shoulder that you're comfortable rolling over, okay? So I'm gonna go over my right shoulder. I would just reach forward, pull my knees to my shoulder, and push, okay? There's no real positioning for your arms for this roll, it's just whatever is comfortable. But if you pull your arms in like this, there's a good chance you're gonna roll off to the side. So I like to use my arms to make sure that I stay nice and balanced. I put them on the ground, and I kind of hold myself with my arms on the ground. That way I don't roll all over the place, okay? Once you have your regular roll, you can do a split roll. The difference is I'm not gonna land in a ball. I'm not gonna tuck my knees into my chest. I'm actually going to come back and my legs are gonna go up. My right leg is gonna come in front and my left leg is gonna go straight behind me. To get a big split, I think of kicking my left leg back really far because otherwise your split roll is just gonna look like this. So I wanna kick my left leg back and get a good split. The way that I'm landing this is the top of my foot is sliding on the ground and I'm trying to keep my whole leg straight. If you don't keep your leg straight, you will end up doing a split and then collapsing down onto your knees. So try to keep both your legs nice and straight. All right, so I'm gonna split roll from this side. Yeah, and then I'm gonna do the other side. All right, so you reach, legs go up, split, slide down nice and straight on your body. And then you can come up. I'm gonna go this way, same as the other side. Split, and slide down. Same thing as just using your arms to help you out. I'm gonna face this way now, so you can see what my arms do. Whichever shoulder I'm rolling over, I put this arm straight out, so that way I can go up and over my arm. Because if I do this, I might roll on the side onto my arm. If I'm here, I can go nice over it. I'm not gonna roll off to the side, because I'm using my arms to pull my foot straight. My left arm, I typically just put it on the ground like this to help keep some of the weight off my head. So my arms are gonna go like this, and I'm gonna roll over. That was a regular roll, but I'm gonna do it now with a split roll. Like that. Now I'm gonna show you a straddle roll. You have a regular roll, a split roll. This is something that you should be able to do. You don't have to have a full straddle to do it, but it does make it easier. So what you're gonna do is prep like a regular roll, but your legs are gonna open to like a second position and both of your feet are gonna hit the ground in the second position, okay? So I I don't really know how to explain this one, so I'm just gonna kind of do it. And here. It's kind of like a reverse pull through. I'll just try to do it in slow motion and explain it. My feet go to second position, and then I have to push myself back and bring my legs together. And something that I like to do out of a straddle roll is another split roll. So I'm going over here where I have more room. So you can see me do a straddle roll and then a split roll, okay? Start over here. Straddle, and then a split roll right out of it. So some fun things you can do with your split rolls. This one's a little harder. I don't suggest doing this if you don't have a split roll, okay? It's very different from a split roll. So very, very tricky. What you're gonna do is you're going to prep like a split roll, but when both your legs come in the air, you're gonna try to leave them in the air, and you're actually gonna roll from your shoulder down to your hip and then down to your feet. So in a split roll, the first thing to touch is my foot. But in this roll, my legs are gonna stay up in the air, and I'm gonna roll down my body. I like to call it a whale roll because I feel like a whale when I do it, but we've called it a reverse fish roll.
Well.
I call it a whale roll. So I'm gonna demonstrate. The biggest thing with this is kicking your feet as high as you can and keeping them there. So practicing doing this, up, and going really high is a good thing to do, okay?
Like a narwhal.
A narwhal?
Yeah.
Yeah, so practice that, kicking your feet up really, really high and getting that height. And what you're gonna do is, I might actually have Miss Lauren come help me and hold my feet so I can show you the slow motion transition. So this might be a total flop. Just hold my legs, like I'm gonna bring them up and you just hold them, like come on this side. Hold my legs up. Okay, so when your legs are up in the air, you're actually gonna leave them there and you're gonna switch to your shoulder here and then roll out.
I didn't even let him go.
No, it's okay. We have to let him go. I'm gonna do it one more time so you can see, okay? So you're doing it this way now. So you can see my neck position, okay? So your legs are up, you're on your back. You go to your shoulder and then you roll down, okay? I'm gonna do a little bit faster so you can see, but you see how your legs have to stay up and you go from here to your chest, okay?
Don't do this unless you have an actual split roll.
Yeah. A lot of people do this and they try to do it like a split roll and they bang their legs on the ground. This is not a split roll, okay? You're kicking your legs up and you're rolling down your body. So a little bit faster.
Your feet weren't together.
My feet were not together. I never do put my feet together. Let me try it again. Feet together. Gotta keep them together. It's really hard.
It looks hard.
I make a lot of noises when I do it. Okay. It's kind of a nerve-wracking thing because you're scared you're gonna hit your feet on the ground. My legs were not straight.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay, last thing. That's the whale roll. Now this is the fish roll, okay? So this one, you gotta have core stomach muscles, which I haven't really been working out, so I don't know how this is gonna go. The same thing, I'm gonna use my right shoulder. Feel free to use your left shoulder. You're gonna lay on the ground, and you're gonna put your ear on the ground, and you have to leave it on the ground, okay? If you try to pick your head up, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna put my ear on the ground. I'm going to pike. If you don't know what a pike is, when we sit like this is a pike. It's bending at your hips and bringing your chest towards your knees. So you're gonna pike your body up like this. So you're sliding your feet close to your body and you're really bending
You
at
probably
your
need
hips.
socks on.
Yeah, you probably need socks. I don't want you to get like carpet burn on your feet or anything. Okay, so pike at your hips, then you're gonna roll down your spine, okay? So you pike, up, roll down your spine. I don't have a lot of tips for this one. You gotta use your stomach muscles and you gotta get over. It might be helpful if you have somebody to help you. They can lift your hips up and help you roll over. But it's a fish roll. All right, we're gonna do some second turns. This is something that you really need to have balance in order to do this. So if you do not have a pirouette, I don't suggest trying second turns, but feel free to just learn the prep, okay? So I'm gonna start with the prep and then we're gonna move on to how to do multiple second turns. This is something that if you do not have the prep, you cannot move forward in second turns. You cannot do 5 second turns if you don't have to prep. It doesn't work, I promise you. So keep practicing the beginning of this video over and over and over and over again until you have it, okay? I'm gonna start with right and then I'll do left, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do is your regular prep for a pirouette, except we're gonna do more of a ballet prep. So your back heel is not gonna be popped, you're actually gonna be in a 4th position plie to start this turn, okay? So you're gonna take your time, you're gonna prepare 4th position turn down. My front arm is rounded, my right arm is round, okay? My left arm is straight. So the first thing you're gonna do out of your plie, you have to stay in a plie, okay? Do not releve. I'm in my plie, I'm gonna stay in my plie. My right leg, my back leg, is gonna come off the ground and I'm gonna point it to that corner over there, okay? So if you're facing a wall, you're going to turn all the way around back to the wall and point your foot to the corner, okay? So if I'm using my right foot, it's over here, it's gonna end up at that corner, the left corner, okay? And I'm in a plie. My position, come a little closer so you can see. My position is a turned out, like a dégagé right off the ground, a plie, and my body is here. I'm not leaning back, I'm not hunching forward. My arms are gonna be rounded in front. Your weight has to be a little forward because if you're back, it's gonna be really hard to do this next step, okay? So practice that plenty. So you have this first step, your tendu, your plie, and your slide, okay? Now if I'm doing a left second turn, I would turn left and to the right corner, okay? And that's your first position for your second turn, okay? So once you have that, your next step is gonna be extending your leg to second position and straightening your bottom leg and doing releve. I'm gonna do it without a releve for the sake of doing it in slow motion. But once you turn, you're in your position here, this leg is gonna straighten and your other leg will come straight to the side, okay? So I do my tendu, I do my plie, corner, and the next step is extend, and then we're just gonna finish in 4th. One more time, tendu, plie, corner, and extend, and down. Now what it would look like faster, which is what you wanna get, is tendu, plie, down, up, and land. It's very hot, this is very slow. Left side will be tendu, plie, corner, and second, and down. And make sure those arms are just opening. Your arm and your leg follow each other. So we're not doing our arm before our leg or after our leg, and we're not bringing our arms up at all. They're middle and open, okay? Once you have that, you should be able to do multiple second turns, okay? If you have that nailed, if you have corner open, you can do multiple. And what you do is once you're in your second position, you come back to that corner plie, and then you extend again, then you come back to your corner plie and extend. So your motion is simply plie, straighten, plie, straighten, over and over again, okay? And your spot is straight to the front. I'm gonna do 2 and just land in 4th position so you can see multiple, okay? Tendu, plie, and finish. I'm gonna do 1 to the left, and then we'll do 2 to the left. Tendu, plie, down, up, and down. And if you don't spot, like I just did, you'll fall over. 2 on the left, down, up, and land. I'm very happy on my left because my left turnout is not as good. Pick which side you want to do. Spot the front, down, open, that's really all it is. If you don't have your plie to the corner, you're not going to get the next step. If you don't have a plie and an open a second, you're not going to be able to do multiple turns. So really get that prep really good, okay? And there's your second turns. All right, so if you've mastered your second turns and you're looking to do more things out of second turns, I'm just gonna briefly mention a few things that you can do out of second turns. I'm not necessarily gonna teach them, okay? Out of a second turn, you can do a leap like we did with our regular pirouettes. You can, out of your second turns, pull it into a pirouette, which I'll show, and drop into a straddle. You can do an attitude, or you can do a float. Just a few of my favorite things. I'm gonna just kind of show them one by one. So first I'm gonna do a couple of second turns. I'm gonna pull it into a passe, and then I'm gonna drop into a straddle, okay? And actually, out of second turns, I like to always pull mine into a passe. It's just a clean finish. So we're gonna do a passe and a straddle out of these second turns. So if you have your second turns, you have pirouettes, try that. Even if you just do 1 second turn, pull it into a passe, and what you're doing is from that corner, instead of opening to second, you are whipping it in to a passe, okay? If you want to try something straight out of second turn without passes, you can do a float. All a float is out of that plie here, you're going to bring your arms up, and you try to carry around as many turns as you can. I'm just going to do 1 second turn and 1 float for the sake of keeping it short. Second turn, float, and finish. And attitude is another favorite. So out of your plie, you will pull into an attitude position here. Lefties, just bring it like all the way around. We're going to do 2 second turns and an attitude. And step. My first falling out. Let me think. What's another one? Oh, leap turn. Leap turn. You can pull it into a passe and then leap. You can go straight from a second turn. From your second turn, you can always just leap. So I'm just going to do 1 here. Second turn. Leap. I prefer to passe out of those. I find it easier. Passe, leap. I don't know what it is about passe, just like a passe. Let's see. I think that's really it. So practice those. You can do pretty much anything out of a second turn. If you want more second turn stuff, let me know, and I will do more later.